Look at someone like me who's had a heart transplant and done something with their lives. When you're saving someone's life, you're not just saving my life, you're saving the lives of others. For example, the person who donated the night that I got my heart, another 7 organs were donated, so another 7 lives were saved. Those people are out there in the community now doing something and doing great things for their family, friends and community also.
So there are 3 main pathways for solid organ donation. They are living donation, donation after brain death and donation after cardiac death. So we've recently introduced a donation after cardiac death protocol in the hospital, and that's probably been the single most important factor for increasing our organ donation rates in the last 4 or 5 years. We're now seeing approximately 30% of our organ donations coming from donors who have died a cardiac death rather than a brain death. But probably the most widespread instrument that's been rolled out in the hospital is the GIVE clinical triggers. It's a set of clinical scenarios which we hope will make people in critical care areas consider organ donation. Look, it's been terrific. There's been a lot of education involved in implementing the clinical triggers, and we've tried to make them very visible within the hospital, so they're on a lot of screensavers and mouse pads within the hospital, as well as lanyard cards. So we hope that most people who work in critical care areas are aware of the triggers, and we've seen a lot of referrals that have resulted from the implementation of the GIVE clinical triggers package. Now, not all of those people proceed to be organ donors, but what we're trying to do is minimise missed opportunities. So we're trying to get staff within the hospital to just think about organ donation as part of end-of-life care for these patients who are potential organ donors.
The condition I grew up with or was born with is called congenital cardiomyopathy, which basically in layman's terms means the enlarging of the heart muscles, which sort of limited sort of movement and sort of physical activity when I was a young kid. In that 23 years, I've been going fantastically. I mean, I finished school, went to university, I've been on holidays, got married, got 2 kids. People who don't know they've had a transplant would never know that I've had a transplant. I'm currently on the waiting list for a new heart at the Alfred. The heart, like any other sort of mechanism, like a car, you have to replace it every once in a while. Like your appliances, you need to replace it once in a while, and that's what's happened to me. You just need a replacement model. And and once that happens, I'll probably get another 25, 30 years out of that as well, and have more experiences and have more great quality of life.